All right, this is to help with number 10 from the POL for chapter 8, and we have to solve this time. So the trick we talked about before is we're actually going to wipe out these denominators with multiplication. So just a kind of a simpler question maybe to make some sense of this, is if I had like x over 2 plus 3 over 2 equals, I don't know, 6 or something. One of the ways to solve it would be to say, well, these are just divide 2's. So I'm going to take both sides times 2 so that these divide 2's disappear. And then we have just x and the plus 3. And then on the other side, this did not have a divide 2, right? It was just over 1. So you just do 2 times 6 to get 12. So that's kind of the goofy part is this side, um, you don't end up with 6. You end up with 2 times 6 over 1, which is just 12, right? And then blah, 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 you'd have 9 as your answer. All right, so here we need to get a common denominator before we do that multiply step. And the trick is to realize this denominator is x plus 3 times x minus 3. All right, and that's just factoring, right? This is square minus square. And so then all we need to do is take the other fraction and multiply its top and bottom by x plus 3, and then they'll have matching denominators. Okay, and I'm going to write this denominator not as x plus 3 times x minus 3. I'm just going to write it as x squared minus 9. It's just a little bit easier to work with. So I want to do x minus 3 times x plus 3. That's x squared minus 9. Okay, we didn't do anything on this side. It's just 1. Up top, this is still a 6. And then we do distribute property here, and we get x plus 3. All right, and now we're going to do the step where we're going to multiply by the denominator, right, and wipe it out, just like we did up here. So we're going to multiply by x squared minus 9, and then these cancel out, so we have 6 minus, and then in parentheses we have x plus 3, because we want to take away that whole quantity, minus all of this. Denominators are gone. On the other side we have 1 times x squared minus 9. Okay, now it's no longer a fraction question, so we just got to keep simplifying from here. So this side will become, let's see, 6 minus x minus 3. Sorry for the poor handwriting, my thing is freaking out here a little bit. Then 6 minus 3, so we'll end up with 3 minus x. Okay, and now I have an equation with x squared and x, so I want to get 0 on one side and solve that. So I'm going to minus 3 and add x. You want to keep the x squared part positive if possible. Okay, so after that step, we'll have 0 on one side. So we'll have 0 equals x squared plus x minus 12. All right, and then from there, we're going to factor to solve this. You could use quad formula or something here, but it factors pretty straightforward. You end up with x plus 4 and x minus 3. They multiply to 12 and add up to 1, positive 1. Set those parts to 0, and you get x equals negative 4, and then x equals 3. Okay, and that really should be the right answer to this. The only trick is, I think what happens is they don't count the 3 as an answer because it's it's a restricted value. If x were 3, then this would be 1 divided by 0, and then that would create a divide by 0 error. So if you're looking for the multiple choice, it's probably just negative 4, but realistically, it should be negative 4 and 3 because we didn't really cover the exception part too much, the restriction part too much in this chapter. So if you got negative 4 and 3, that's good. Just know that the multiple choice probably has it a little bit different. All right, hope that helps. Thanks for watching.